Hello everyone, Jai Swaminarayan, Effective Technical Communication. The subject code is 313004. So let's start. Unit 5 Etiquettes. Unit 5 Etiquettes. These are the contents of Unit 5 Introduction, Telephone Etiquettes, Etiquettes for Foreign Trips, Visits of foreign counterparts, etiquettes for small talks, respecting privacy, time management, and learning to say no. But in the previous lecture, we had discussed about how to receive a call uh, and uh, uh, and etiquettes for receiver, some do's and don'ts on telephonic communication. Also, explain etiquettes for foreign trips. Following are the aspects that one must check before traveling abroad. So, uh, today we are going to discuss about uh, etiquettes for today we are going to discuss about visits of foreign counterparts. Visits of foreign counterparts. As we discussed in the above section, uh, it is important to respect foreign counterparts, foreign counterparts, and the times and religious beliefs and cultural needs also. Every country has different culture, habits, languages, and tradition. Always make yourself aware of their lifestyle beforehand. This will avoid any misunderstanding and help you to become a good host also. So you must have to become a good host also in future. And let's start. Visits of foreign counterparts. To respect foreign clients, religious beliefs, and cultural needs. In business, foreign visitors should not be allowed to feel like strangers in other countries. We generally believe that when we visit another country, we should behave according to the business norms and etiquette of the country we are in. So accordingly, we can assume that foreign visitors would observe our business norms also. So accordingly, the foreign visitors should observe our business norms such as trade, practices, working hours, and official culture. But there may be some social and religious beliefs that we should try to respect. It is the primary duty of the hosts to make the guests feel comfortable in every way. Respecting cultural needs, religious beliefs, and the attitudes of foreign visitors will go a long way in developing good business relations also. Some tips for doing so are we are going to discuss some tips. People can be easily put at ease by speaking to them in their native language. English is a global linked language today, yet many people prefer to conduct business in their own language. A foreign visitor may not know English, so use an interpreter if necessary for important business occasions. Prepare documents in both languages, English and the foreign visitor's language. Try to learn and use some words of greeting in the visitor's language as a gesture of friendliness. Business manners in different countries. To be successful in business transactions, one should know the chief differences in the business manners of people of different countries. When we are in a foreign country or a host to a foreigner in our country, we should bear in mind the business norms of that country also. So, like here we are going to discuss about like Americans. Shaking hands during introduction is common. Business cards are exchanged only when there is a need to do so. Punctuality is an important form of courtesy also. Americans prefer to refer to people by their first names. It is a common business practice and should not be considered offensive. Let's discuss about British. The British businessmen share most of their culture and business matters with other Europeans. They are formal in meetings and personal style. Uh, to discuss about French businessmen usually choose to speak in French with businessmen from other countries. They are very cordial and greet each other by shaking hands also. Let's discuss about Italian and Spanish. Both Italians and Spanish take business occasions as part of social life and may be less formal than other Europeans. Meetings are more informal, so discussion about personal welfare may precede the discussions. Let's discuss about Dutch. Dutch businessmen speak English fluently. Most of them are polyglots. Polyglots का meaning है dear all, speaking or writing several languages. They can therefore conduct business in several languages. They are relaxed in their approach to business meetings and personal relations. The norms for business meetings and personal style followed by people in some countries are that we have discussed Americans, Dutch, Japanese. Japanese की अगर बात करें हम तो Japanese business people generally greet others by shaking hands and with a bow. It is polite to offer and accept of business card with both hands. The Japanese always like to maintain personal space, so physical contact is not desirable. Japanese business people should be addressed by using Mr. or Miss, never by the first name. In Japan, saying no is considered impolite, hence one should not embrace a Japanese business person by insisting on a point to the extent that he or she has to say no to the point or offer. Visits of foreign counterparts. Visits of foreign counterparts, the way people communicate, express and conduct themselves socially is majorly depends on the cultural norms of their country. Hence, if any of your foreign counterpart is visiting our country, all of the above things must be checked so that we can understand their ways and avoid misunderstandings. Following are the additional points that must be take care to welcome a person from other country. We must have to following other some additional points that we are going to discuss. Like you must have to collect the details of their visit and if not, please ask them beforehand and make arrangements of their pickup from the airport. One person from the office must go to receive the person. Do not send the receiver alone. Never send the receiver alone. You must have to ask about the hotel and arrangement of the hotel they would like to have during their stay. So show the courtesy to ask about the kind of hotel they would prefer to stay in and the arrangements they would like to have during their stay. Make arrangement for their daily routine for the entire period of their stay. So you must have to make arrangement for their daily routine also. What are their interests? Make necessary arrangements for their daily commute during their stay. Make arrangement for their local communication. For example, a local SIM card with mobile phones, like that. Try to avoid sending the driver alone for their pickup from the airport also. So try to make them stay comfortable and make them feel at home. Make arrangements for their communication like mobile phones, SIM cards in advance. This is the foreign visit tips. Make sure this is a one person who is a point of contact if they need anything during their stay. So a person, you must have to provide one person who is contact with that person also, a person who can take care of it also. So what is the demand, what they exactly need during their stay, like that. So make the arrangements for the communication, like arranging a mobile phone, SIM card. Make sure that if their stay is longer and weekends are included, you must offer to visit some famous place in your city or country. As for a person who has traveled for work, does not have anything significant to do on a weekend. So offers for any other entertainment available on weekends. You must have to offer some good offers, which is the famous place of your city also. To summarize, you must make their stay in our country comfortable and make them feel like home. So, if someone from other country is visiting your organization, then it is important to learn their culture and also take care of all their requirements during their stay. The ways of communication also varies largely in different countries. If we have to visit a foreign country, it is important to learn the culture of that country so that you behave and communicate in an acceptable manner. The way one does handshake, greets others, indulge in small talks, gives or accepts gifts, shares personal information to others, like etc., depends on the culture of the country, and hence you should learn the ways of the other country while traveling there or dealing with visitors from there. Etiquettes for small talk. Here we are going to discuss about etiquettes for small talk. Small talk is an informal type of conversation about a common topic. It may occur among friends, co-workers or strangers. It allows people to become comfortable and friendly at work without going too personal. It is considered as social skill also. So the useful topic of small talk are related to current affairs, weather, food and travelism, good, food, dress, music, songs, movies, etc. So let's discuss etiquettes for small talks. Small talk is an informal type of conversation. Small talk is an informal type of conversation about a topic. Small talk is the informal style of communication about the topic, and there is nothing small about the small talk. Small talk is an important for people's skill. It helps in breaking the ice when we meet someone for the first time. So it helps in establishing connection or defines a common denominator between two persons. Small talk is the icebreaker that clears the way for more intimate conversation. Small talk is the icebreaker that clears, and people who excel at small talk are experts at making others feel included, valued, and comfortable. And that goes a long way toward furthering a business relationship, closing a deal, or making a friend. The first step is to let go of the idea that we are all somehow supposed to know how to converse with strangers, acquaintances. It is simply not true. We are not taught how to do it, nor is there some biological mechanism that instinctively takes over when we find ourselves in a conversational dilemma. We also become a better conversationalist when we employ two primary objectives also. Number one, take the risk. It is up to us to take the risk of starting a conversations and with a stranger. We cannot hope that others will approach us. Instead, Even if we are shy, it is up to us make the first move. Etiquettes for small talks. Small talk a very valuable thing. Small talk it is essential for creating and enriching business relationships. Always begin and end your business conversation with small talk to humanize the business relationships. And how important is your physician's bedside manner to you? Hairstyles, hairstyles are the consummate conversations also. They understand that no woman will spend the better part of an hour or more sitting in a chair at the mercy of someone with a sharp instrument unless she feels comfortable. Yeah, it's true. A good conversationalist frequently evokes the positive feelings that people long to have. Next, talk to strangers. To expand your circle of friends and colleagues, you must start engaging strangers and acquaintances in conversation. There is no other way. Strangers have the potential to become good friends, long term clients, valued associates, and bridges to new experiences. Start thinking of strangers as people who can bring new dimensions to your life, not as persons to be feared. Next, introduce yourself. Don't wait for the host to come and properly introduce you to some of the other guests. Time has changed. People expect you to mingle on your own, introduce yourself, and take the initiative to get acquainted. Take the risk, walk up to someone and introduce yourself, extend your hand, make eye contact, and smile. Find that approachable person and include him or her in conversation. Chances are that person is feeling as alone as you are. You can start the conversation. It is not nearly as hard as you think. And the best part is that it puts you in charge of your own destiny. Instead of waiting for someone to talk to you, you choose your conversation partner. When someone gives you a smile, you are naturally inclined to smile back. Be the first to smile and greet another person. That's pretty easy. Just a smile and a few words, and it is done. Be sure that you make eye contact. That simple act is the beginning establishing a rapport also. Thank you very much, dear all.